Swagger, like you a pops in that show, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what drew you to that type of a role?
I had just finished. I did, Angry Goes West, Den of Thieves, and then after that, I did Long Shot with Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen, then Godzilla, and like around that time, I just felt like, honestly, I wanted to do some black again. I felt like I needed to. Every now and then, you gotta, go back and tap that side of you. And I love the story. And it was whenever I pick a role, I gotta find at least one thing I got in common with the character, because then I could kind of get into their mind a little bit, and it'll happen more natural. Because you're not supposed to look like you're acting. You have to like be. And so I have to find something that I can connect with the character to really be able to get there and feel comfortable. And when it came to playing Ike, I had too many things in common. It was like, all right, I love of basketball, of course. Being a coach of, young kids. I used to be my little brother's basketball coach over at Tarzana Park. So like, I know what it's like to like, when you have kids on your team that don't think they can do it and then they do it, that's the best feeling in the world, man. When they get that moment and they parents is in the crowd and they see it happen and you get that point, then they point right back at you like, yeah, because I told your little ass. Like, yeah, that's the best. And so, and then
Let's finally listen.
And then, yeah, it like it worked. It got through. And Ike was a new dad. I was a new dad. He having a little girl. I have a little girl. So it was just like, yeah, this is too. And I got to yell at kids for like 2 hours. That's fun. And I'm getting paid. Like, you do that coaching for the love of the game. Yeah. But like, man,
bad boy.
Yeah, but I miss my boys. I miss that team. Now they all old. But like I remember coming in because in the beginning, I wasn't the first actor to have the part. I was supposed to play there's a guy named Alonzo on the show, and he the shoe dude. He the dude that worked for the shoe company. And I was supposed to be him, but I might have asked for too much money. It's Apple, you got it. But anyway, I asked for too much money, and it kind of went away. And then one day my agents called me, and they were like, hey, guess what's back on the table? And I was like, what? And they're like, Swagger. And I was like, all right, season 2? And they're like, nah, season 1. I said, what happened? And they were like, yeah, the guy got hurt. So now instead of Alonzo, they want you to be the coach. They want you to be Ike. I said, did they find that money?
Hell yeah,
they found it
did.
now. They're like, all right, cool, I'm on my way. And we shot that in Virginia, and it was hard. It was hard to shoot because we shot it during the pandemic too. And it's not just me wearing a mask in the show. I'm wearing a mask. Like as soon as he say cut, I have to go get my mask that I wear on set. And so, you in there all day. Them first couple masks was chewing up your ear.
Before them N90s, the P90s came
chew
through.
your ear up, bro. And but yeah, it was a great experience. It was something I knew I could crush. And yeah, I worked with some great people. Reggie Rock, I still hit him to this day because I told him I'll never forgive him for the ending of the show. So I have to remind him that he was wrong every day. And he a Knicks fan, and I like to get on him about that. Yeah. Also, them Yankees lost, Reggie. Oh.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Pick, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Football has been entertaining, my guy. We've been nailing those max discount offers. Of course, Bills Mafia and my guy Josh Allen always showing out. Got my eyes on Josh for next week's game too.
Will we ever get enough of Mike being obsessed with Josh Allen? I still be rocking with my dog Saquon, though.
From the greatest university of all universities, Penn State. I had to put that in there. Sorry, guys. That's what happens when you the MVP, big dog. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Josh Allen's passing yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? Now you can pick all of them in the same damn lineup, only on Prize Picks.
Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download Prize Pick app today and use code GETGOT to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code GETGOT to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. Prize Picks is good to be right. This episode is sponsored by Starbucks. You know I love my Starbucks. Here go my Starbucks. Look, everybody got their own way of staying right? Now, Starbucks making it easy to get protein in, my boy.
I'm a big cold brew guy, and now I get to add protein to that. They got this new protein cold foam. Add it to your favorite Starbucks beverage. Make it hit different, money. They don't call you beast mode for nothing.
You can add it on hot or cold drinks. New cold foam flavors like banana or classic like chocolate. Plus all the other flavors you already know and love. Salted caramel, brown sugar, and much more. I got my chocolate cream protein cold brew right here.
Starbucks just made it so much easier to get your protein in. It's that same cold foam you've been rocking with, but now with a boost of protein. I tell you what, money. I wish we had the Starbucks new protein cold foam to add to my coffee before games. What could be better than a morning coffee with protein?
Look, Mike, I've been going to Starbucks since we was playing in Seattle, and I ain't never heard of protein cold foam.
Well, of course, money. It's new.
Go beast mode, baby, and get that extra protein in.
Try the new lineup of protein cold foam drinks at Starbucks or add protein cold foam to your favorite drink.